Well, welcome to Total Athlete Tuesday. I thought I'd step outside today. Since Daniel's not here, we don't need quite as much space to accommodate, I guess, those gigantic biceps he's got. But good news, just want to let everybody know that the news that I was talking about last week, you may have seen it, but baby Mitchell is doing well, and so we're excited for the new addition to the Mitchell family. Um, so last night, we're talking through Ephesians 4. And the principle that we began to talk about was this victory beyond competition. Because in verse 1 of Ephesians 4, Paul urges the Ephesians to live a life worthy of their calling. And he says, make every effort to live with humility, to live in unity, that there would be peace that binds the body together. And as we discussed this, we discussed how, yes, this is important on the court. This is important on the field of play. This is important with your teammates. But it goes far beyond that. This is one of those principles that you need to live it out on and off the court, while you're an athlete, while you're not an athlete, before graduation, after graduation. That this is the type of thing that in order to be the type of person that God's created you to be, you need to live this out, right? You need to make every effort. You need to live a life worthy of your calling. And one of the guys last night in my group, his name's Tate, he said something that I thought was fantastic. He said, we get to choose the type of fruit we grow in our lives. And then whatever fruit we choose is the stuff that we show off. So what kind of fruit are we going to make an effort to grow? Because it's not just for on the court. It's not just for in the game. It's not just for the post-game press conference. The fruit that we grow will permeate our lives. And it made me think that there's a couple things here, right? It's that we get to choose what fruit we're going to grow. We get to choose how we're going to effort, how we're going to work. But that's just not the way we win in this game. Like if it's all about our choosing and our effort and our work, and we forget about the power of the Spirit in our lives, we forget about the most important thing. What does Philippians 2 say? It says, for it is God who works in us, both to will and to work for his good pleasure. So I want to leave you with that. Yes, effort. Put work in to live out your calling, to live a life worthy of the calling that God has on your life. Make the effort to be humble, to be kind, to live at peace with others, to be in unity with your brothers and sisters. But don't pretend, right, that this is something you can just do on your own. My encouragement is, when you see the need in your life, and sometimes maybe before you see the need, ask the Lord for his help. The Holy Spirit, I know that if on my own I try to win in this life, I'm not going to do it. At least not the way you want me to. So ask him, say, God, Holy Spirit, would you do a work in me? Would you help me to live this life in a way that's worthy of your calling? Okay, until next time, may you live a life worthy of your calling. May you live in unity. And I pray that your life would be good for those around you, for you, and that it would be lived to the glory of God. See you next week.